All right, now I want to switch gears here. Before I do, please like, comment, and subscribe. Please share Courageous Media with everybody that you know. Please join us on YouTube as a member of Courageous Army. Would love to have you help us support the show. I want to dive into this other major story that we're looking at today, and that is, if you haven't seen this, it's this ridiculous ICE app, which has garnered now a lot of attention from Homan and Bondi and others. Let's dive right in.
Did not respond when I asked them about
ICE raids and mass deportations. One tech developer is pushing back with an app designed to track ICE activity in real time. It's called ICE Block, and it's controversial to say the least. CNN's Claire Duffy is with us now. How does this work, Claire, and what are the legal implications?
Yeah, John, I talked with Joshua Aaron, who is the longtime tech worker who developed this platform, and he said he really wants it to be an early warning system for people about the location of Immigrations and Customs Enforcement officers. So he says he does not want people interfering with those officers' activity, but he does want people to be able to avoid them altogether if they want. So you open the app, it looks like a map, and users can tap the map to report an ICE sighting in their area, and then everybody who uses the platform within 5 miles of that sighting will get a push alert. This is a free iPhone app. It is anonymous. Aaron says he doesn't collect any user data. And what I think is really interesting about this in this moment is we've seen so many of the biggest leaders in tech supporting President Trump. But Aaron is sort of an example of the fact that there are people within the tech industry who are really resistant to Trump's policies. I asked him what he would say to those tech leaders who, for example, were at the inauguration. Here's what he told me. Take a listen.
I understand that you have shareholders to report to. I understand that you have employees that need their paychecks. But at what point do you say enough is enough?
And John, I should say that ICE did not respond when I asked them about this platform and about Aaron's opposition to their activity.
Well, ICE is certainly going to be answering, and we're going to get into that because this is egregious. Okay? And we're going to get into it because I want you to hear this next segment from Fox, which will give you a bigger context. When you listen to CNN's slanted coverage of, oh, they don't want to interfere, they just want to let you know that ICE is in the area. Okay, that is a problem in and of itself. But this is very much like doxing ICE agents, although it's not telling you where their homes are. This is telling you where they are. And that's where the second part of the story becomes extremely important. Check this out from Fox and Outnumbered.
Have been putting their lives on the line to get dangerous, illegal immigrant criminals off of our streets. Since President Trump took office, ICE has been committed to removing the worst of the worst. We've seen them arrest hundreds of illegals with violent criminal histories. Like this Yemeni national who was picked up in Detroit. Officials say that he has several previous convictions, including second-degree murder. Or this Dominican national arrested for alleged fentanyl trafficking. Or this Guatemala national who was charged with 3 counts of aggravated rape of a child in Massachusetts. So while ICE agents are removing these illegal monsters, they've constantly faced danger themselves. ICE says assaults on agents are up over 500% this year. But instead of protecting the brave men and women working for ICE, CNN is out with this. An article touting a brand new app that alerts people of ICE sightings in their area. Now, that obviously puts agents at risk, and it gives these dangerous illegals a chance to get away. ICE says.
Think about that. Attacks on ICE agents are up 400%. And this fool has rolled out an app that tells you where ICE agents are operating. This is a recipe for disaster. This is putting our federal ICE agents at risk, in harm's way, way beyond they were now, what they are now. This actually calls down the mob on top of them. Beyond the fact, it also calls for the illegals to get out of the area, which we're going to deal with in a second. But let's finish this clip.
As CNN never reached out for comment. And acting ICE Director Todd Lyons says this in a statement, quote, CNN's promotion of an ICE spotting app is reckless and irresponsible. They are willfully endangering the lives of officers who put their lives on the line every day and enabling dangerous criminal aliens to evade U.S. law. Is this simply reckless journalism or overt activism? And DHS Assistant Secretary Tricia McLaughlin reacted earlier this morning on America's Newsroom.
Examples like these apps are absolutely obstructing justice. What our ICE enforcement officers are doing is enforcing the rule of law. If these rioters, these activists, and these politicians don't like the law, they should change it. Don't go after our ICE law enforcement. It's disgusting, it's wrong, and it's un-American.
Professor, she said it perfectly. It is un-American and it is frightening.
I think it's worse. I think it could be criminal.
Ding, 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 ding. Absolutely. It is disgusting. It is un-American. It puts our ICE agents at risk. But beyond that, it is, and very well could be, I believe it is criminal. Now, we're going to dive in. Pam Bondi's got something to say, and then we're going to dive in with Tom Homan. But I want everybody to remember the judge in Wisconsin, the judge who was arrested and indicted for helping a criminal illegal alien avoid ICE. She actually sent the ICE officers down to the chief judge to be in basically a scam that they had to go get something done while she spirited the illegal alien out a back door. Fortunately, ICE had a third agent there who was also in plain clothes, who didn't appear obvious, and he was able to follow them. So they were still able to arrest that illegal alien. And at the same time, they knew exactly what the judge did. But realize that in that scenario, no one actively withstood ICE. No one interfered in that. They prevented ICE from doing their job. No, she simply misdirected ICE while she tried to get the illegal away. And she is charged with a crime. This app does the same thing. It helps illegals escape. That is conspiracy to commit obstruction of justice, conspiracy to illegally aid and abet a criminal. There's all sorts of things going on here. So let's check in with Bondi, and then we'll check in with Homan. Let me know what you think in the chat.
Our federal agents from the Justice Department could be injured. He's giving a message to criminals where our federal officers are, and he cannot do that. And we are looking at it. We are looking at him, and he better watch out, because that's not a protected speech. That is threatening the lives of our law enforcement officers throughout this country. And shame on CNN. I just saw that for the first time when you showed it, that they're promoting that app. That's shame on them for doing that. That could hurt our law enforcement officers who are out there protecting them, protecting all of us every single day.
Now realize this could be a crime up front because it's actively obstructing ICE from doing their job. But think about what happens when ICE shows up in a neighborhood, a mob descends, and you've got ICE agents that get hurt or, God forbid, lose their lives. This Aaron guy, the founder of this app, could absolutely be criminally liable for conspiracy to commit whatever crime, assault, homicide, you name it. He could be an accessory after the fact. There's all sorts of things that he is opening himself up to, and the people on this app could potentially be opening themselves up to if ICE agents were to get hurt. Now, I want you to hear from Tom Homan, because Tom wasn't nearly as kind as Pam Bondi was. Check this out.
Let's talk really quickly about the excellent agents of ICE. Turns out right now that CNN is pushing an app to track ICE agents to help criminal aliens evade being detained. We have the article up right here along with the clip. What's your response to CNN?
It's disgusting. I mean, I cannot believe we're in a world where the men and women who enforce the law are the bad guys, and one who broke the law, they're victims. And look, it's already a dangerous job. You know, ICE agents are arresting the worst of the worst. President Trump committed from day one. We're going to concentrate our effort on public safety threats and national security threats. So right there, the job's already dangerous. But when you're out there tracking ICE movements and giving people a heads up they're coming, that just puts the danger at a whole new level. You know, it's only a matter of time for someone sits in hiding and waits for an ICE agent and tries to take them out. I mean, this is horrendous that a national media outlet will be out there trying to forecast law enforcement operations throughout the country. I mean, it's incredible where we're at as a nation. And I think DOJ needs to look at this and see if they're crossing that line. I think we need to send a strong message that we need to protect our law enforcement personnel.
Absolutely. People need to be arrested. There need to be chrome bracelets involved. They need to be perp walked. Tom Homan is absolutely right. This is ridiculous. Now, and don't buy into all of the bad narratives, the untrue narratives of ISIS now suddenly targeting just, they're targeting agriculture workers. They're targeting people at Home Depots. They're just targeting average, everyday, common illegal immigrants who've been here for 20 years and paid their taxes. No, remember what Tom Homan said in the very beginning. He said they are going to go after the criminal illegal aliens, which means what they want to do is every time one of those illegal aliens is arrested on any charge and they're in a jail, they want a call from the local authorities because they have an ICE detainer on them. They walk into the jail in a controlled environment and they take that illegal alien away and deport him. But all of these sanctuary cities and sanctuary states have denied them that privilege. And he said, when that happens, what we will do is we will still arrest that individual, but we will go into the community to arrest them. And that means when we go into the community, we are going to cast a wide net. And everybody else in the vicinity is going to get tagged. And if they're illegal, they are going to be deported as well. So all of the people decrying the fact that ICE is now going after other places have them only themselves to blame because they pushed ICE out into the community instead of in the jails. So this is all their own fault. And it's only going to get worse now that you've got idiots like this James Aaron, or I forget his name, with this app who are actively putting ICE in danger and actively obstructing the work that they do. Hey, please let me know what you think in the comments. Please like, comment, and subscribe. We really appreciate you joining us as a member of the Courageous Army on YouTube or on Patreon. Also share this with everybody that you know. Help us break the YouTube algorithm. Would love for that. Thank you so much for being here. Remember, God is good and he is sovereign. It'll all be good in the end. Until I catch you next time.